Hello and welcome to CGTN Europe. My name is Zhang Nini. Having a haircut became one of the first luxuries that had to be dispensed with during lockdown, as those restrictions have lifted first in China and subsequently across Europe. Hairdressers have had to figure out how to give their customers confidence to return to their salons. Today, we're speaking to two professionals about their experience during and since the lockdown and their hopes and plans for the future. Let me introduce Scarlett Salmons from Brighton and Bobby Du from Beijing. Welcome, both of you.
Hello,
good
everyone.
morning.
Good morning. Hey,
Hi.
good afternoon from Beijing.
Hi, thanks,
Good morning
Bobby.
from Brighton.
If I may start with Scarlett, please. You have just reopened last weekend. How's business going?
Yes, hello, good morning. We were actually closed in lockdown for 3 months and we opened last weekend. It's very busy. It's very busy. People are very excited to come for their hair. Of course, 3 months was a long time. Hello, I'm Scarlett Salmons and this is Damage Salon in Brighton. Today I'll be meeting one of my old VIP clients and it's open now after the lockdown. It's the first day open, so let's go inside Damage. Hello. Look at you. Hi. Okay, welcome to Damage Hair Salon.
Hello.
After the lockdown.
I know.
First, I'm going to give you a hand sanitizer.
Amazing. Thank you.
There you go. And also there will be gloves for your protection, which you may put on after while you're waiting.
Perfect.
And a face mask.
Yeah. Great. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
So I'm going to be keeping the visor on throughout our hair experience.
Yep.
And we'll make you feel as safe as possible.
Great.
Okay. Come and take a seat, darling. Right, so everything in our salon, we've gone for the full extent for the PPE,
Yeah.
your protection.
I like the colour of these gloves.
Oh,
Very
because
nice.
it's Damage Hair Salon, they think of everything. We have everything sterilised
Yeah.
and you don't need to worry while you're in here.
Great.
So that's great. So, how did you feel coming back to a hair salon after the lockdown?
I mean, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very long time. It's lovely. I think it's great. You know, salons opening up and.
So Scarlett, this is
So,
your
can I
salon,
sort of be
I
free
understand, in Brighton. So tell us more about the social distancing measures there.
Okay, so the social distancing measures that have been given guidelines by the government in the UK are 2-metre self-distancing in a hair salon. The stylist must wear visors and the clients to wear masks. It's not compulsory, but it is the government guideline. Also hand sanitizers, and everything must be sanitized after every client.
Yeah, great. So how about Bobby? Tell us more about you and your business in Beijing.
Yeah, I mean, our business is definitely because of Beijing, we just experienced a second outbreak. So which is already happened once before. So our salon still continue opening. As everybody can see from the video, we were filming this one probably 2 days ago. And as everyone can see, we have the same, like, you know, follow the government's requirements, like, you know, the first outbreak. So every single client, when they come in, we gotta do the temperature checkup, we got a sterilizer, and also, of course, every single client we're gonna register on the appointment, which is write down their temperatures and the phone number. I think there's different things between China and Europe, but we have this health code. So every single client, when they come inside, they gotta use the cell phone app, scan this code, and then they can show up straight the healthy code. So if it turn green, like what I'm doing now, so if it turn green, that means like you can ready for your hair services. So yeah, and it's pretty much like the stuff since the first outbreak. So all the stylists were required to wear mask, and then every single client we have the 2 meters the distance, which as you can see, and it's our beautiful salon and have this little mini bar, and then sometimes the second outbreak we showed up the clients, so sometimes we can do the break, we play a little bit music, and yeah, our crew is a fabulous Alex and the beautiful lady working on the clients. So yeah, and then we're doing pretty well since
It
since
must be
this
very
2 times.
good to see that business is back at both places.
Yeah.
But tell us, what was the situation like when the lockdowns first imposed?
I mean, our salon, when the China just started the first outbreak, and then the government decided to lock down all the business. So that time, we're a little bit confused, because like for me, I went through the 2003 SARS. So that time, all the business, most of the business still closed, still open. So we didn't really have this like official lockdown. But this time, till the government announced that all business needs to lock down, so we're a little bit confused. So we didn't know what exactly gonna happen, and suddenly that the clients just stopped coming to the salon, and so definitely we thought that was a big challenge for our business, and about the rent, about the staff, employee payments. So yeah, and then we were quite concerned about that situation, and after probably 1 or 2 months lockdown, and the government announced like they give a lot of the business support, which is that the rent, some apartments, some business, the rent will be totally for free for first 2 or 3 months. After that, we shorten like half rent. So that's really give us a lot of support from the government, and also, yeah, and the staff, we sometimes like we switch the day off, so we work 1 day and then the second day we're off. So some staff also need to look for some part-time job. So yeah, and we're doing quite okay. And the clients, of course, they especially like the Chinese client, we're really, I think the Chinese clients is really be careful about the situation. So the first, after the lockdown, like the client, we still kind of keep in touch, but everybody's waiting for the first lockdown finish. So yeah, that pretty much that's what we experienced the first lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Scarlett? How about you guys?
We've actually been in lockdown in Brighton for just over 3 months. The lockdown was announced to be open last weekend. Again, very clueless about what would happen. So we've just gone by government guidelines, very similar to you, Bobby. And I'm so grateful that I've had you to talk to throughout this epidemic every day, as you're probably one of my closest friends in this world. We worked together for such a long time in Beijing, and you've really helped me to understand the virus situation more in the UK, because I do feel it's been very vague here about what's actually going on and what we should do. I think if it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd be so direct in knowing what was actually required. So, yeah. So China's been a massive help to me, and I've been in constant contact with you. Yeah, we're following the similar guidelines to you, but we don't have temperature checks available here, or the QR code things that you're doing. But obviously we're in our first opening after our first pandemic, and we have only been open now for a few days, so we can only wait and see how things are going to progress.
Yeah, So after the first outbreak, all the clients are kind of, but like in Europe, I don't know, like in Europe, the clients got a kind of freaking out since the first outbreak, or like they don't really. How about your clients' reaction? Like they still contact you, or they're looking forward to come back to the salon, or?
Well, when the lockdown first started, I got so many messages from clients within the first few days, freaking out about their hair, about what color they should use, what they should do. And they'd literally only had it done 2 weeks before. So for me, it was like, oh my God, what is wrong with all these people? You know, you've just got your hair done. But I think that is because Brighton is one of the fashion capitals of the UK, and everyone here is very into image and fashion. So I think here was probably a lot worse for me getting contacted by clients than it was for you in Beijing. Yeah, they were sort of really freaking out about what they were going to do. And for me, I was freaking out about the virus. So it was a bit of a swing 22 situation about you know, what is going on here.
Yeah, but it must be such struggling for the salon, right? Like you don't know what's gonna happen, and for the salon perspective, like how the business can carry on, like, you know, try to survive, because that's most of the Chinese salon or other business struggling during the first, you know, pandemic. As far as it's really big challenge for you guys. Must be safe, right? Like how the salon reacts after that.
Of course, I mean 3 months closed is a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
And I do feel businesses have had help from the government, like the same as you in Beijing, but obviously that does not cover everyone's expenses.
Yeah.
And thousands of pounds have been lost by business owners. And I have noticed walking around over the last couple of days in Brighton, a lot of small businesses have closed already. So it's had a major effect on smaller independent businesses and salons.
Yeah, like what I saw in Europe, a lot of hair salons, they have to do this online, like they need supporting from all their clients from online, like future appointment, which is, I think in China, we didn't really have many businesses like that doing this, because that's how you really appreciate the client to support you. So which is, I saw that's a really good thing to see, like you make the future appointment online to support your salon, support your stylist. So yeah, because in China, our stylist basically just was waiting till the salon, you know, till the lockdown finished. So actually, most of salon just keep closing without doing anything. But what I see in Europe, this is really good things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's made the stylists feel better, the appointment online system, because it's made them know that people are still waiting for them and they're going to come back and they're going to spend their money. So I think this was great for you in China to do, or probably introduce this to your salon to keep your stylists motivated.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about the clients. Obviously, we're protecting them. It's also the stylists and the team have lost their mood a little. You know, they're worried about money. They're worried about their future. They're worried about paying their bills. So this online booking system, as you said, is a great way to keep your team sort of, well, feeling safe about their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think we can't just think about the clients. We also have to think about the work team. It's been very disheartening.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about you, like, but like what all the media try to say, like, you know, people desperate, you know, on the social media, like app, like TikTok or Instagram, everybody desperate for a haircut. They're all waiting till the lockdown finish and then come to salon to get their fresh haircut. And like everybody thinking, like after lockdown, all the clients gonna line up to flood into the salon. But for me, after the first lockdown finished, it's really like, especially for the Chinese client, I think it's better, maybe it's our part of culture, people really concerned, still be careful, want to be careful. So I didn't really see the, you know, the people like line up to flood in to the salon. How about you guys?
Oh, it's the same as China, Bobby. Yeah, there has been no queuing overnight. I don't actually know where that's happened.
Okay.
Of course, I think everyone's still very wary here, the same as they are in Beijing.
Yeah.
A lot of clients have told me they're waiting to see how what's happening. There are clients that are coming in. The bookings are very full, but
Okay.
a lot of people I've spoke to are still waiting. They want to see what's going to happen. Because as I said, we're only a few days out of lockdown. But there are a lot of bookings. I've noticed the Chinese clients are not booking in. I have a very large Chinese community following here, as I lived in Beijing for 14 years. Chinese hair is a very specialist art form in the UK, and I don't feel, obviously, Western hairstylists can really work with Chinese hair. It's very expert, difficult sort of hair to work with, and they're not being overcautious. They're waiting. I think they're still very afraid. Especially in the UK. Yeah, I feel very sorry for a lot of Chinese students here. I'm trying to keep in touch with them. I'm messaging them. I'm making sure they're okay. And they told me they will still want to wait for at least another month before they come.
Before starting. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's pretty much same. Like you know, our salon, most of like half, I would say like 30-40% of expats in Beijing, and then since the first pandemic, during the pandemic, I feel like especially in the beginning of the outbreak, and more expats, they're still coming, but the Chinese client is more careful about the situation because they got a family, they got older people, you know, just like. Is really careful. So during this first and second outbreak, I could tell immediately the Chinese client suddenly just disappeared, and then just some like expats still coming for their hair done, which is, I think that probably is kind of interesting, the cultural difference, you know, like they are still, how to say, they think maybe it's not like the serious situation, like what the whole media says, but after a while, people realize, So I think it's very interesting that two different countries as the client behave like totally different, And
I'm totally with you on that one. I feel that the Westerners sort of, it's almost like they don't quite get what's happening, and I don't know if it. I mean, for me, because I do actually feel I'm half Chinese, and most of my friends and what I class as my family are in Beijing. So I take this so seriously, and China obviously was the place first to go in lockdown with this pandemic. So yeah, I don't know if it's so much about Chinese being more cautious. I think they're just aware.
Yeah,
they've had it longer, they're aware, and they're much more notified about what's going on. Whereas here, I think we just want to get everything open and get everything back to normal. So we just have to wait and see.
It's amazing.
If it actually works. Yes.
Yeah, it's very
Can I
amazing.
quickly interject here, because we have just got a question from our viewers. It's a Giovanni Luca asking whether you're doing a close shave. I think this is a question for Scarlett. Are you doing close shave at the moment in your salon?
Okay. So this question about close shaves. If you're shampooing someone's hair, you're almost quite directly in front of them. So you'll be wearing a visor and you'll be wearing a mask. Personally, I would say this is too close contact to do close shaves. You're almost over the client's face and they can't wear a mask. So this is not a good idea right now. No, I would totally say no to anyone that wanted this. And I would explain to the client that it's not safe for them. This is precautions, you know. We will have too much face to face. So
That's
say
very
no
good to
to
know
your
that,
client, say no.
Yes, I think we need to be cautious at the moment. And also for our CGTN viewers, if you have any questions, please let us know. We'll ask for you. Bobby, you were talking about the cultural difference of going to hair salons immediately after lockdown. I want to ask you, you know, the person who are most keen to go to the hair salons are those who have done lockdown haircuts at their own homes. I want to ask, have you come across any like eye-catching or inventive haircuts when you reopened?
Yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. Like, I think every single time when this kind of crisis, whatever happened, always some people, you know, invent something really fun, some really interesting haircut, how to teach the clients how to do the haircut, and teach some tricks for how they style their hair, especially for girls, right? The boys usually, I mean, during the pandemic, they just grow their hair. But like a lot of girls, they need a color done, they need their style to before they go somewhere. And yeah, we definitely like. And it's one good thing that we have the social media. So sometimes we do the live stream to show some clients how to do this, you know, all the different kind of hair tricks, you know, like how you're gonna curl your hair, how you're gonna color your hair, how you're gonna cut your bangs at home. So yeah, we invented a lot of small, like funny tricks, which is like a lot of media, like social media show. You can see there's a lot of funny videos, right? A lot of hairdressers, they're doing this very interesting things. Yeah. How about you, Scarlett? Did you do anything fun?
Well, I've just been saying to clients, you know, of course you can't do your own hair. Of course you can't.
No.
Wear a scarf, wear a hat, wear a wig, or just put twists. Just do, of course you can't do it yourself.
Yeah.
As a hairstylist, we know we can't cut our own hair. We can't colour our own hair. If they do it, it's their own choice if it goes wrong. So I've been saying no.
Yeah, I mean, I just how to say, like, I definitely don't want them to, like, for example, do this like bleaching, whatever, but just like, you know, use some tools and just play with at home, you know, and like you said, wear a hat or, you know, some hairband, whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of things happening during this pandemic, but make us also hairstylists and clients, I mean, more like even some new stuff, right? Like yeah, I mean, that was actually it's quite interesting. Like every single like time when this kind of things happen, people will invent it. That's the thing. Like a lot of people become hairdresser during the pandemic. A lot of people become chef. So it's yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
I think they've also realised how important we are as well when they tried to do their hair themselves and thought, oh my God, I need my hairstylist. I'm not going to use a supermarket colour anymore. I'm not going to try and cut my own fringe anymore. My hairstylist is actually really important.
Exactly. I think during this pandemic, people realized,
their
hair never ever experienced, you know, disaster like this. That every day they're calling for help, some products, you know. So yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah.
Do you know, I always know when we worked together, Bobby, before in Beijing, we always do try to tell each other about how our clients might come to the salon if their mood is a little bit low. They don't necessarily need a haircut. So I think a lot of clients have missed us just to uplift their mood. And because we have so much fun, don't we, in our salons?
Yeah,
we're not
absolutely.
just hairstylists that just cut hair. We we create an ambience of excitement for our clients. So I just feel it's been important to stay connected to them all, and so please feel free to message me or call me if you're feeling a little bit low or you want to chat. Yeah, so I think now we're coming out of the lockdown. We don't just need to give them fabulous haircuts, but we need to sort of make them feel more uplifted when they come to the salon. Give them extra special treatment. That's what I really want to do. Make my clients feel special and that I've missed them, which is true.
Yes. Yeah, but like after lockdown finished, like the salon every day, like the appointments is like each client, there's no waiting, right? Like no waiting zone, like every single client will have to follow the schedule.
Of course. No, we are appointment only, no walking clients. And we have to we have to follow the very strict guidelines. Very similar to you, Bobby, of course, very similar.
Yeah, I'm very happy for you guys because we're, just everybody thought after the first outbreak, everything's going to be okay soon, and then the second wave came. So the government took it even more seriously, like about this situation, and it's amazing. Like we all the beauty industry, hair industry, we had to all do the test, make sure this second wave don't go any further, don't get any worse. And then the temperature check and the register, like temperature, like all this, the healthy code even more strict. So right now, I think we're going to be okay soon. But every single industry, restaurant, hairdressers, we have to follow really, really strict rules about every single client, even more strict than before. So,
I know, and
we have another question from Giovanni Luca, asking, in between clients, do you have to sterilize the chair all over? Do you sterilize the chair in between clients?
Of course. My answer to you, darling, is that you must sterilize the chair with a sanitizer spray and wipe it down after every client. You must sterilize your comb, your scissors. You must use a clean, fresh towel, clean, fresh gown. Everything must be done. The door handles. You must take every precaution because this virus can spread so quickly from clothing, from everything. So, of course, sanitize.
Yeah.
Another question from Martin He, asking how to have a coolest short hair for a girl. I guess it's summer and it's hot, and it's very inconvenient to get a haircut. So Martin He is asking how to have a coolest, or looking cool, but also the hair is short. Yeah.
I think just look at the Scarlett's picture. To look at the Scarlett hairstyle now. That's gonna be amazing hairstyle. No matter what color you have, no matter what kind of you have straight, you have a curly hair. Just look at Scarlett's hairstyle now. That's gonna be amazing summer haircut, trendy haircut for the girls, no matter where it comes from.
Thank you, but this haircut needs nothing doing. I think it's all about adding a little bit of color. I've literally got out of bed like this. So this is just, if you want an easy haircut, add a little bit of color. It really, really does take off it gives you that little bit more edge and takes off if you've not had your haircut for a while. And if you don't listen.
I mean, if you have to do yourself at home, just do like Scarlett. Just use the clipper, shape the size, keep the top long, no matter how long or short you have. And then, that's it. And then you put some color. If you have time, put some color, do some color. That'll be even better. Yeah.
Oh, this
Scarlett
is easy.
a
You
fine
just put
example.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah, first summer haircut. Yeah.
Talking about the social distancing, can I just show you how some hair salons have really went out of their way to maintain social distancing when they reopen? Let's have a look. What do you think, Bobby and Scarlett?
We're laughing. I'm almost peeing myself.
I mean, like none of us, I believe none of us doing this haircut during this, after lockdown. But it's really funny to see. I mean, those hairdressers, they can really so many funny ways to make the stylist laugh and also make clients laugh. It's really, it's really cool. Like,
Yeah,
I've seen
this has been
quite a lot.
amazing.
Yeah.
Bobby has been sending me a lot of videos through from China about things like this, and it's really been lifting my mood, making me laugh. I think these guys that have done these videos are great. Respect you. You've made hairstylists have fun. Yeah, great.
That's
like impossible.
No, it's impossible. I never try that.
No.
Yeah, but it's great. Like during just the pandemic, and no matter the stylist or the clients, they're getting. Even sometimes we got a little bit depressed. Like, oh my god, I cannot cut. I cannot cut hair, and the client, oh my god, my hair is terrible. They just invented those funny videos. This really make everybody, laugh.
I think when I return to Beijing, Bobby, when it's possible, I'll try this on you. We can try this. It's on you.
Please, we can definitely try that. But
we'll
I mean, actually, I mean, that's definitely need some techniques. But we can practice a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, we will do that.
Yeah. But so right now all the business start open now, and but you have what's your, how to say, like if for the future, like all the business, you thinking it's gonna go getting better and better, or do you have the confidence for that in UK?
I actually feel very confident in what I do, because I know that I take every precaution to make my client feel safe. The only thing is you can take less clients. You need to take longer. And also the sanitization takes longer. I think this will become an everyday thing, which we can carry on with in the future. But right now, we can't take as many clients. Myself personally, I will have to put up prices slightly just to tell clients this. But they're great about it. They understand. They're like, I've got no problem. Because rather than do maybe 6, 7 haircuts a day, now you could probably only do 4. Especially for me, I do image consultancy and hair together. So obviously the time difference, the big problem. But we have to work with it, don't we? We can't complain. We have to go with the flow and just hope for the best.
Yeah, same to us. Like we have to just have the confidence to the future, for our all the salon business, and then you got to start something new promotion, like considering with this situation, because probably, like you said, it's going to take a long time, right? And we already, a lot of business lost so much money during the pandemic, and then it's for us now, there's kind of no way you can make up the loss, like which is from the first and second outbreak. So we just have to really try to start something new, make the clients coming back slowly and more, and then get some online service, whatever. So we have to get some new ideas to make business, getting stronger and stronger. So so at least definitely we have the confidence, and so we just have to think about something new ideas.
The advice I give to a hairstylist is that they should keep in touch with each other, just like we do. I mean, I keep touch with most people in your salon, and also because I used to work there. I do feel it's important for the hairstylist to keep their mood high. We should talk about how we can make things better more. So that's my advice to hairstylists. Bond more, talk more, and get ideas from each other. And also we can teach each other from 2 different countries how we can take care of our clients more. You've got more experience than me. You've been in lockdown since January.
Yes.
We're very lucky to have each other and be able to do what we're doing today.
Yes. Yeah. It's been a really tough situation for everyone, but yeah, definitely we're gonna work on this and try to cover all the lost for the from this last two outbreak. So definitely we need to just come up something new. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to say the salon owner that I'm helping right now, she's so wonderful about looking after not only the clients, but she cares about her staff so much. She's the owner of Damage Salon. She's just so wonderful. As I know, the David that owns the salon where you work, he also cares about his staff. So I think salon owners, they need to really be compassionate and really not just think about the clients and look after their employees. It's very important. Yes,
that's true. Yeah, that's why like now we're kind of short on the stuff, but like we're trying to make everybody, even during this second outbreak, like when we didn't have clients, we're trying to do a little bit more training about the stuff, and then we can look at some new trend about new haircuts. So just keep everybody like a little bit more active and have more motivation. It's just it's very important, I think, for every business in all around the world. So yeah, I mean, we have just be confident for that. Yeah, but luckily, right. Luckily now, like Beijing is getting better, and this few days we don't have any cases, and I'm really looking forward to the business kind of start picking up soon. Yeah. Well, we've probably got a very busy time coming ahead now, as we're only just out of lockdown. So I think we're probably going through that first 2 weeks that you went through when you were very busy when you first opened. So it'll be very interesting to touch base again in 1 month's time and actually see what is happening in the UK, if it's going the same way as what China is. Yeah, it's just like us, like nobody really knows, like, what's going to happen after, lockdown, but people start trying, at least trying, what we can do the best. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This is great doing this today for me. It's very uplifting, and I think a lot of people that will watch this will feel a little bit more energetic about their job, and hopefully have got some tips from us. And also any sort of clients watching or people that want to come to us for a haircut, we just want them to know that we're doing everything we possibly can to make them feel safe, and they will be safe if they come to us. They will be safe. Absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing about China. This the health code. It's amazing. Like everyone has to have this app on your mobile phone, which is you can show your health code. If it turn green, then you're free to do. I mean, if it turn red, then you cannot go anywhere. It's gonna be, it's really amazing. Well, I don't know if that will come in the UK, but for me, I wish it would. That sounds absolutely wonderful. The technology of China, I miss. You've got it. You've got it there. Wonderful. And like you said, I'm jealous of that. And then we don't have to pay cash. We don't have cash or card. We just use your phone, scan it. I think that's happening in a lot of places here too. But I would just like to add one comment before we wind up. I walked past, I think maybe 3 salons in Brighton yesterday, and no one were wearing masks or visors. So this was just something I was like speechless. Oh my God. You've been open a few days. The clients are not wearing masks. The stylists are not wearing masks. Oh my God, what is happening? And I was just freaked out by it. So obviously, this makes no sense to me whatsoever. Is this going on in China as well? Have you seen any salons in Beijing that are not following the procedures that your salon's following? I mean, like the salon, definitely the stylist will require every single stylist when doing the haircut, you gotta wear a mask. And like other sterilizers, like, you know, we have this IE special lady just do this sterilizing to every single, like after every single client finish their hair service. So this is like, we had experience about since like the first outbreak. So this is definitely,
I know your salon is 5-star and it's very high end, the same as here for me at Damage in Brighton. But I just wanted to know if you've seen other hair salons in Beijing that are not wearing masks, that are not following this procedure.
I think so. Like, especially, I mean, there's so many different kind of hair salons, right? But I think like what I said, like in China, the culture part. So I think this salon is more like follow the government requirement quite well. So I think that's a different, you know, like that's why like some Chinese clients come to the salon, they all want also wear a mask, but some Western clients, they at least they also kind of take it off the mask. Because like for the clients, it's really hard to, because you don't really used to wear a mask. So when the expats come inside,
I got a really good idea yesterday. It's very, very hard to cut hair with a client wearing a mask. You can do the back, but not necessarily the front area or the sides. So I actually got a plastic visor that they can hold over the face, close to their nose and mouth. Have you tried that?
No, that's the one amazing thing to wear the mask. When clients wear a mask, this is like the amazing time. All the hairstylists invented some new. So basically, the wear mask, like you have the tricks. So basically, when you do the mask, they have this tube, the band right here, right? So basically, you can take it off. They use the really long combs. So you stuck this two sides back to the comb, and then you put on the back here, right under your hairline.
I'd like you to forward your Chinese tricks to me later,
it's very interesting.
so that I can bring them to Brighton. Can you send me these tricks later?
Yes, and then you can also flip the tube back, and then you cover your ears. So also one butter for the hair. So it's like it's amazing.
I can actually. Please send me later.
I think masks and virus are some of the precautions that we need to take, and it seems that social distancing is going to be the reality that we're going to live with for a longer time. So thank you very much for taking part in today's chat, and also thank you for our CGTN Europe viewers. Please stay tuned for more of our programs on TV, Facebook, and Twitter. So to both of you, thank you, Bobby Du and Scarlett Clemens. Enjoy
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lovely to talk to you, Bobby.
Thank you. Take care, dear.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.